Buenas noches. Good night, everyone. As usual, thank you for returning for some more Shush. You know it already, but for our new viewers, I'm your host, Patrick. I have several political matters to attend to before we dive deep into the shushers we have lined up for you tonight. First up, we have the story of the hot mic. During a Zoom call to discuss the advancement of women in Belize, one woman minister of government, Honorable Dolores Garcia, forgot that her mic was on, and I think he read the wrong speech. Here it is.
Sylviana Barrow is a witch. She's the UDP chairlady of Hattieville. She's the one with Stoneburn her. Because we have people in our ministry who are not
Can we get
manipulating this thing.
Can we get the microphone turned off for Minister Balaramos Garcia, please?
You know, kudos to Minister Garcia for keeping it real. She's not faking it just because it's Women's Month. But according to her friends and family, the minister has been real all her life. This is an excerpt from a eulogy she read at one of her friends' funeral. Janet was an absolutely hard-working witch. She was a woman of faith. She once said, "God will strike me down dead if I even sin." And she was right. She lies in his dusty coffin now after the flirt with Tom, Dick, and Harry. Even though he had a own man, she will not be missed. The minister has since kinda apologized for the Zoom call snafu, but still no remorse over the eulogy. More on that next week. And a quick non-political break, the government announced that we received 25,000 dosage of COVID vaccines from India. Great news, right? Yeah. The Minister of Health gone at airport, gonna pick me up personally. Like when Crawford have family members coming from the States with a new Feelers tennis or a DKNY shirt for them. But what stood out to me is that the government really gives selective treatment, you know. Big celebration for the shipment of vaccines from India, but no word on the 2 shipment of vaccines from Colombia a few days before in the week. They didn't even allow them to land at the Philip Gosen International Airport. So they had to crash land elsewhere. Rough. But anyway, as you should remember, in November 2020, the PUP gave the UDP a beating of a lifetime. Of 31 constituencies, the UDP only won 5. That's like 16%. Now, not to throw shade to anyone, but Neem Night School treat 16% like passing mark. Usually 16%, the reverse graduation, if you know what I mean. You don't get promoted, they just put you out of school. But last Wednesday, in the municipal elections, things got even worse. Of the 67 seats contested, the UDP only won 2. The bus driver seat and the conductor seat. Now, we won't assume why the UDP lost so badly. We will let you hear directly from the captain of the ship himself, who was kind enough to grace us with an exclusive interview, Shush style. Check it out. Okay, where to begin? Where to begin? So, 65-2. Damn. Why you even decide to come do this interview today?
I decided to come this morning because this is very important for Belize.
Well, you got bars, Mr. Man. Tell me something though. If you didn't come this morning, where would you have been?
I opted to come here instead of going to the cabinet meeting this morning. I'm still going eventually, and hopefully they will still be there and the meeting will still be going on.
You forget that you are no minister again, right? You know you're not allowed for intercommunity anymore.
And no, I have no illusions or no kind of pressing nature on my part to become Prime Minister before November 12th.
Okay. Delusional. Sorry. Allergies is acting up. Anyway, to the matter at hand. All right, so I have a brother with a $200 bicycle. We have 3 seats. The UDP worth probably 1,000 times more on his bike. But yet, we don't have less seats than his bike. Because that, man?
We need to stop the talking. And some of what I might say to you today might not be compatible with what the wider government wants me to say. To hell with it.
Okay, so I guess you're the warm up. So, tell me what happened.
I have gone on the record to say that for me, all is not necessarily well in the UDP. I think that is no secret to anybody.
Yes, that's obvious, but Torres almost beat Urson for Belize City, you know. That like, not even the UDP members vote for the UDP?
Is it that these people are registered in multiple places and are voting in multiple places? No, you have one vote.
Fair enough, but that explains the 17 votes where the UDP PG mayor get. But you have people that say that you never helped the team campaign. What was your message to the voters before the elections?
Certify your people, public forum, inviting the people of this country to come out to a public forum. And I know they try to tell nobody if you vote for UDP. Nobody go from here and they quote me wrong. What is your reasoning for not want me as a member of the National Assembly? I never come here in that crowd. I just get in my vehicle and I drove here.
No, see, maybe right there, mess up, boss. City council elections, they're not about you, they're about the councillors. But anyway, right after election, PUP beat like Hudut. We say they announced that salaries both get cut. What is your message to the people now?
When the politicians then do foolishness, you sit down and talk, watch that one do this and that one do that. Your fault.
That's some kind of salty. But anyway, let's wrap up this one-on-one sit-down. The UDP has dozens and dozens of supporters across this country. At least 74. 75 if we count Fat Joe. Will the party still be issuing food pantries like before?
Where it is we can give a spoonful of sugar, then okay, but by and large, it's going to be a tough road.
Ouch. But okay. Anyways, thanks for this sit-down, Mr. Faber. What's next for you and the party? You have any final words for our Shush fans watching this interview?
This party is not going to break up. I will be pressing, very much so, to become the new Prime Minister of Belize.
Well, sound like you might be press for 10, maybe even 15 years.
Well, that's an opinion, isn't it?
Well, thanks to your time, leader of the opposition. All the best and please buckle up. Wow there. Very, very candid. Before we go to break, please know that I don't want no red enemy nor no blue enemy. And if I know by the side, I close my eye when I vote and I show who I vote for. So no need for no enemies. It's all just fun and jokes. Hashtag salt in the wound. Viewers, with that, we go for tonight's first commercial break before we bring you some juicy Bexness. Stay tuned. Hey there, loyal viewers. Thanks for sticking around after that quick pay the bills break. And of course, buckle up because it's time for What You Bex About Today. So, I've been getting a bunch of criticism about this segment. Some people say we not cuss enough. Some people say I need to try warm up the viewers. And some people say I laugh too much. So, tonight, I want to try please everybody. So, let's start off with the warm-up Bexness. Okay, let us say you need to go to the bank. You are driving and need to find a parking place. The bank has a parking place with a security there waiting 8 a.m. to open the parking gate. I want to be at the line before the 8 a.m., so I beat the line of the day. Yet, as I turn on my signal to go into the parking lot, the security says, "Miss, till 8 a.m. Call me ignorant, but I just turned off my signal and left. Did not even bother go back to that branch. Like 7:50 to 8 is really a lot." All right. I don't know how faces street justice or anything, but it obvious that the security guard didn't understand English. 10 minutes early, that's not an issue if you park, if you understood English, and he not obvious enough on any part of Belize by the mere fact that he show up at work before work even start. Either that or the bank give him $2,000 bonuses to the employee of the month. And now that you've been warmed up, check out this alternative reality Beck submission. Dear Street Justice Becksness edition. Last week I was in a Zoom presentation for work. Excited about the agenda, we had motivational speakers, successful businesswomen, and even women politicians inspiring us to succeed. And please don't think negative when I say succeed. Anyways, so my favorite speaker made start present. When I hear the minister, they call up my name. So I said, sure. The minister about to big me up. So I holler for my two nieces and my ma to make them hear the minister big me up. Well, Mr. Patrick, pure happened after that. This woman called me a wretch for no reason. Front of my whole family. She had the worst motivational speaker since Mikhail Finnegan. I don't know if she know her Mike Median or not. But my feeling me the hand and I get hurted. My whole family mouth drop open and I'm shame. Worst woman's month ever, Patrick. Hot mic, cool heart, and fire hot Becksness. Just so you know, the minister issued an apology and said that she didn't know your mother and niece were around. Or she would have used kinder language. And moving on now with another Becksness from the Beck's imagination. Patrick, life is a bitch. I kid you not. Last week before elections, me and my homeboys been hang out. So we did drink up and leave Guinness and thing, and I lick back and leave Fonto, and all of we get tonto. Anyways, so my bally say make we make some election bets cause he ne argue with me that UDP no got no come back for come back. So he say, if UDP win every single city council, he will give me 50 bills. And if not, I owe him 2 guineas. Well, I said to myself, that's a weak ass bet. Because UDP have Kayo, Benke, and Nangria pan lock for sure. So I raised the bet and say, if UDP win 2 or more, he owe me 250. And if UDP lose all, I will give him 500. And my pantry for the month. Well, Patrick, I get one big black booklet. Election results come in and it look like not even bullet vote for UDP because them do everything including Brad's. How I explain to my lady, my pay and for we pantry just gone like that. Alright, this is the way I not even concern myself with politics. I really joke here and there, but the politics, you lose all the time. Best thing you go invest your money in a scratch or him. Moving on now, we found this next Becksness on Facebook. Belize has some real headland lads. Why they feel like people desperate for it? One least stinking ass apartment with shared kitchen cost $700. And then they ask how the face a brass to say pets not allowed, children not allowed, bicycles not allowed. Who the they think they deal with? If they want to have so much stupid ass rules, might as well they take their whole mole ass apartment and shove it up their hair. Okay. That's enough Becksness from you. Miss, I hope you never gonna view the apartment with all of that attitude. No wonder they turn you away. You must have had the owner the whole up for him rosary to try to perform an exorcism for you. Lad, man. You save the attitude till after you're done moving. That like you're waiting for your visa. You can't cuss up about Trump and America while they interview. You wait till after. Unless you want to get share in front of a whole lot of people. And in our final mini Bexness for tonight, we have this one. Why do landscape workers always have attitudes? The man who cuts my yard says he can't cut my yard if the grass too high. He can't cut my yard if outside too sunny. And he can't cut my yard unless I ask a week in advance. What's his problem? All right, that song to me like, more likely, he ain't cut the yard for a hobby. Because if he may come with me with that stupid attitude, the only cut he may have to deal with would be an uppercut. Work for your work, boss. So, miss, all we big slang at you, and we advise you to move on to somebody who would appreciate the opportunity. And on that note, we hope you enjoyed tonight's unleashing of Bexness. We load up on it tonight. And so, with that, we want to take our final commercial break for tonight. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Shush. After all that savage shushing and scandalous Bexness, we have a bit of civility now as we bring to you another great edition of Artist Spotlight. In this segment, we've been featuring popular, upcoming, unknown, and special Belizean artists that have been utilizing their talents to entertain the world. Tonight, we do so again and welcome an artist that was born to dance and that has put Belize on center stage with his talent. I introduce to you Jamie Thompson. Everything all right, Jamie? Did you hear me good?
Good. Yes, I
How's
can
the
hear
weather
you well.
over there?
Thank you. It's good. Actually, today is going to be like 70 degrees, which is great. We're getting into spring.
We're cool too, you know.
Yeah, yes. Cold front for you, good weather for me.
All right, well, welcome to the Artist Spotlight, Jamie. So,
Thank you.
all right.
You.
In 30 seconds, please tell our viewers who Jamie Thompson is. And if you need more time, $1 per second.
Okay. Not even 50 cents. Can I barter for that?
Got you.
But yeah. So I was born and raised in Belize. I am an artist. I'm an innovator. And I am an educator.
Oh, nice.
I give you 15 seconds, so you owe me $1 for that.
That was excellent. All right.
Yeah.
So, would you say you were dancing from you were in the womb? And, you know, how did you develop this passion?
I definitely would say that I've been dancing in the womb because I've always liked dancing even before I probably could read and write.
Oh, nice.
And it was also something that my family encouraged.
Oh, nice.
You know, and so I had a family who we were always dancing, you know, and sometimes as a child, I was taken to parties that I wasn't invited to just so I can win the dance contest, right? So I have them to blame for this love of dance that I have. And then naturally, because I was inclined, you know, to movement, anything that has to do with music or dance or art caught my attention.
So I could assume that you win Festival of Arts every year, no?
Multiple times, yeah. Yeah.
Multiple times each year or multiple years?
Well, multiple years. My last year doing festival, I won Most Promising Dance Student. I think I was in high school.
Oh, nice.
When I got that. So that was my last year being in the festival.
All right, nice. All right,
Yeah.
so you've danced your way from Holy Redeemer Parish Hall to Bliss Theatre to Broadway. So tell us about that grand opportunity there.
Yeah, I mean, it's like being on a Broadway show requires
I think a lot of people underestimate how amazing that, you know.
You know, it's. I think people underestimate how amazing it is, and they underestimate how difficult it is to even make it into
there,
the
right?
show.
Yeah.
And I think people also don't realize how difficult it is to keep the job. Lion King I always call it a forgotten dream.
Oh, okay.
Because when it comes to Broadway shows, unless you are one of the principal characters in the show,
Okay.
You don't get, if you don't have like your citizenship or something like that, are not even considered, even if you have the talent and the
Okay.
ability.
I get you.
You have to be one of the top actors or actresses in the show.
So they have
for them
certain
to sponsor-
criteria,
Yeah, just to
like
sponsor
strict,
you.
I'm sure.
I was teaching at Edamame College in Kingston, Jamaica.
Oh, nice.
And it was time for me to come back to the States because I was already in my green card process and I had things coming up that I needed to be present for. And so I chose out of experiment to go to New York. I'm like, well, I told myself I will never live in New York. So let me try it. I'm going to end 2018 doing something that I said I will never do, right?
Nice.
And so I went there with just savings. And I'm like, well, I'm not sure what's going to happen here, but let's go. Let's do it.
Roll the dice.
And it was 2 months after I got there, I auditioned for Lion King. And the first audition, I was like, I'm only gonna go because I know of the audition. And in the back of my mind, this show was a goal, right? At that point, I thought I was not gonna be on stage anymore. I loved teaching at the college. I thought I was gonna go back. And so I went into the audition and just nonchalant, acting like I didn't care. And
And they loved it.
Yeah, I learned to come.
I like his attitude.
Yeah, sometimes it's like, you know what, if I pretend like I don't want it, it's whatever happens, right? So, and then they turned on the music. And the music was the very first dance class that I took in Belize. It was the exact same song that they played.
Nice.
And so I stood there, I'm like, okay, God, you have to play with me. Because I was sure that I don't care about this. And now you're playing this song and it's like full circle.
Yeah.
When Lion King, one of their taglines is "Circle of Life" because that's one of the the beginning.
I just meant I said full circle just now.
Right, and I'm like, okay, so I guess I need to do some work. And the more I began to dance in the audition process, like I start wanting it for real. Like I start saying to myself, oh, okay, it's gonna be a war.
All right, so just so our viewers could get to know you a little better, we'll have a quick game of Jamie would rather, right? I'll give you a few scenarios and you say which one you would rather. I don't know if you ever played this game before or at least heard about it. Would you rather? All right, so the first question. Would Jamie rather dance Gangnam Style for $1 million in front of one person or dance a Lila Vernon song for $10 in front of 1,000 people?
Am I supposed to answer this as Jamie now? Or Jamie in the future? Because that will make a difference.
Whichever you prefer.
So listen, since I've already done Lila Vernon in front of a lot of people, I would take the Gangnam Style for 1 million.
Bro, and I'm going to take the Gangnam Style for just the 1 million, next $2 million. Then I'll make one for play fun to 1,000 people.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, so second question. Would Jamie rather dance salsa in a Super G video or punta to the Lion King soundtrack?
Punta to the Lion King soundtrack.
All right, I figure
that hasn't been done before.
Home, no?
Anybody else could do salsa in Super G video, right? That's I need to do something that hasn't been done before.
All right, last question. Would Jamie rather, no, this one kind of dark, but lose both hands and develop even better dancing skills, or keep both hands but can never dance again? Right?
Okay. I see what you're trying to do. Okay. Since I'm innovative,
all right,
I will pick the first one, which is to develop better dancing style.
Okay.
Because then I could always get prosthetics.
Prosthetic hands. And then you could have perma middle fingers. It's like, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Permanent. Which hand do I wear today? Right? Yes, I have options.
Different watch, don't come built in.
Absolutely. Match my outfit and everything.
So finally, could you kindly tell the people where they can go to see your performances or your portfolio, you know, your social media, whatever, how people could see Jamie?
I mean, I have everything on Instagram and Facebook. So you can go to my Facebook, which is my name, Jamie Thompson. Unfortunately, because of the global pandemic, we are on pause.
Okay.
But I believe somewhere in the fall or next year, we will resume our performances. And if you catch me on social media, on YouTube, and if you ever come to New York, I'll be on Broadway, and I'll see you there.
Nice. All right, then. Thanks, Jamie. And
Thank you so
continue making Belize proud, bro.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Viewers, Belizeans talented bad. And on that note, your most talented TV hosts have to call it quits for tonight, so I could make it home to Succotash before curfew. Shush will be back again next Thursday, and you already know where to find us. Be sure to give our Facebook page a like and stay in the know. Until next Thursday again, peace and good night.